All right, everyone knows what time it is. So,
Oh no, the horror.
all the news you wish you didn't want to hear. Good evening. I'm your host for tonight, Catboy Kunhua. In the news. In London, England, on the busy highway known as the M25, a woman fell out of the window of her car while she was dangling out the passenger side window trying to take a selfie for Snapchat. By the sheerest of luck, the woman was not killed or seriously injured. As the story broke on social media, people from all over the world were making disparaging comments on the woman's reckless behavior. While most of the comments come from America, complained the entire M25 highway is made of reckless fools as they're all driving on the wrong side of the road. Yeah. Good news in astronomy this week. Due to a rare astronomical phenomenon, you can now see Uranus without having to use a telescope. Yes, that's right. You can now see Uranus with the naked eye as long as you know where to look.
I don't bend that way.
Uranus will be bigger and brighter than ever before, and it won't be as close as the moon, but for something that sits at the rear end of the solar system, it should be one heck of a show. Now, to keep the spirit of Halloween alive for trick-and-treaters, a man in Texas built a candy-shooting cannon to keep trick-or-treating going for this year. It's a modified air-pressure potato gun capable of firing candy packets up to 30 meters. You can see it in this photo right here in action. It shows that people could still distribute candy to children while maintaining a very significant social distancing. Also, it follows the age-old saying, it's not Halloween until you blind children by hitting them in the eye with a Tootsie Pop roll. Great news in Egypt. In Egypt, archaeologists have unearthed at least 59 ancient coffins, one containing a pristine mummy of an ancient priest, that have remained buried for over 2,600 years. Also, they found a sealed door that was unearthed where it is expected that even more mummies could lay behind. Although local officials are wary of allowing archaeologists to open another burial chamber, as you can see here on the doorway, it very clearly has a curse inscribed on it, warning people not to do that. And all I'm saying is, listen, could we please just put a pin in this and we could save some disasters for 2021? We already have a plague, and we don't need this on top of everything else.
The mummy in real life, that's what that would be.
Oof. Okay, now, according to an article from New York Times, MIT researchers are building a nuclear fusion reactor that is, quote, very likely to work. Well, that's very comforting. So MIT is going to be melting atoms together at millions of degrees to produce the same energy that powers the sun, and they're approaching the whole thing with the same level of confidence that the Trailer Park Boys had when they stole a giant propane cooker, hoping they could use it to make moonshine. Now, according to peer-reviewed papers published in the Journal of Plasma Physics, researchers argue that if the reactor does work, it will produce 10 times as much energy as it consumes. Well, anyone that's been stuck in quarantine for the past 6 months with small children can tell you, we already have that technology. His name's Kevin, and we need science to calm him the fuck down, not fire him up even more. Right. Now, who here watches any soap operas? Anyone at all?
Oh, I have.
Okay, I suggest you have a really close look at soap operas these days. Now, during the pandemic, soap operas have had to adjust to how they approach love scene, right? The result is a series of videos of actors struggling not to laugh as they have to make out with what are clearly mannequins.
Yeah.
You can see that. By the way, I saw that myself on, what was it, Days of Our... No. Oh, I forget the name of it. The one my mom watches. But this one's taken from... where is it? Well, it doesn't say. Oh, it's just one of them. But anyway. This one right here. Makers of the soap opera Bold and the Beautiful have attempted to lean into this by having the character Flo Futon, that's an actual name, I'm not making that up, Flo Futon, has a curse upon her that transforms her into a mannequin every time she gets too emotionally close to any lover.
No.
Which explains why she has amnesia and termites. Right. Now, last week was the vice presidential debates, which compared to the presidential debates the week before, which was a giant steaming pile of crap, the vice presidential debates were actually a great big steaming pile of nothing. Boredom. Not much happened. Afterwards, the most interesting thing about the debate that people talked about on social media was a fly that landed on Mike Pence's head and remained there for nearly 2 whole minutes. When asked for comment, the fly said that he heard what a giant pile of shit the last debate was, and he came looking for a meal. That's the way you wish it wasn't. I'm Catboy Kunhua.
Oh.